In the aftermath of World War II, the United States faced the monumental task of occupying and rebuilding Japan. To prepare American soldiers for this mission, the military commissioned a training film titled Our Job in Japan. This 17-minute film, crafted in 1945, aimed to educate troops on transforming a militaristic state into a peaceful democracy. The screenplay for Our Job in Japan was penned by Theodore Geisel, who would later gain worldwide fame as Dr. Seuss. Before his rise as a beloved children's author, Geisel contributed his talents to the war effort, working alongside notable figures in Hollywood to produce wartime propaganda and training films for the U.S. Army. The film focused on the role of Japanese military officials who had exploited traditional Shinto religion and the educational system to control the populace and wage aggressive war. It sought to distinguish between Japan's militaristic leaders and its civilian population, emphasizing the potential for democratic reform. Despite its educational intent, Our Job in Japan was considered too sympathetic to the Japanese people. Military leaders feared that its portrayal of the Japanese as victims of their own government might undermine the authority of the occupation forces. The film suggested that with proper guidance, Japan could become a peaceful and democratic nation, a perspective that some officials viewed as too lenient. General Douglas MacArthur, serving as the supreme commander for the Allied powers overseeing Japan's occupation, reportedly suppressed the distribution of the film. He feared that its empathetic tone might weaken the resolve of American forces stationed in Japan and complicate efforts to maintain control. The suppression of the film highlights the complexities of post-war narratives and the challenges of balancing empathy with authority during occupation. It underscores the delicate task of re-educating both occupiers and the occupied in the pursuit of lasting peace. While Our Job in Japan faced initial suppression, its content later served as the foundation for the 1970 commercial release Designed for Death. This adaptation, co-written by Geisel and his wife Helen, explored Japanese culture and the factors leading to war, earning recognition in the film industry. The evolution of Our Job in Japan into Designed for Death reflects the shifting perspectives in post-war America, from immediate post-conflict strategies to broader cultural understanding. It also marks an early instance of Geisel's transition from wartime projects to his legacy as Dr. Seuss. This episode in Geisel's career illustrates the multifaceted roles artists can play in times of conflict and reconstruction, using their craft to influence both military training and public perception. It also sheds light on the internal debates within the U.S. military regarding the portrayal of former adversaries during occupation. The story of Our Job in Japan serves as a reminder of the power of media in shaping post-war policies and the importance of cultural sensitivity in rebuilding nations. It also offers insight into the early career of a literary icon who would go on to inspire generations with his imaginative storytelling.